There's nothing wrong about looking for a teacher, but if you're looking for a teacher who you are going to depend on, you are doing it wrong. I have over 500,000 followers online. Every day, 10, 20, 50 people message me and they say to me,
"Can you teach me Quran? I'm looking for a Quran teacher who can teach me. I'm looking for someone who can teach my children Quran."
let me tell you this bad news. 99% of people who say these things, they end up failing. The good news is you can be among the 1% who succeed, and it's actually not rocket science. In this video, I'm going to break down why when people say certain things, they end up thinking a certain way and then search for certain things and then do certain things that ultimately get them wrong results or results they don't even like. And I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can do that will guarantee you a result that you might be looking for. By the way, I'm Ustad Hamza. I've been teaching coaching for the last 14 years. I learned and I taught in Masjid al-Nabawi. I have Sanad from Masjid al-Nabawi, and I help people connect to the Quran by becoming fluent Quran reciters. Independent, fluent Quran reciters. But it all starts from the mind. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. Number 1, let me tell you why it's problematic when people say,
"I'm looking for someone to teach me. I'm looking for someone to teach my kids."
you are looking for someone to rely on. You are looking for someone who is going to teach you, but teach you for how long? You see, when you were a baby and your parents were teaching you how to eat, they did not teach you how to eat so you can rely on them for the rest of your life. When you go to school and you learn English language, you don't learn English language from your teacher so you can be learning that language for the rest of your life. You learn something and then you become independent. Why is it when it comes to Quran, you're looking for someone who can teach you for 5, 10, and even 14 years? One of the students who I recently started coaching, they learned Quran for 16 years. And guess what? They're still looking for someone who can teach them. Instead of looking for someone who you can depend on to connect to the Quran, to recite Quran, look for someone who can make you an independent reciter. You can open Quran anytime, any day, and feel connected to it because you can recite it fluently. This is the very reason why I stopped teaching, and instead I coach my students. I know it sounds unbelievable, but with as minimum as 30 minutes a day effort, almost all my students end up becoming fluent Quran reciters if they do the right thing. Now, once you change your mindset, now you are looking for the right thing. You should look for someone who can help you master a method, something that you can use for the rest of your life to recite Quran. Now, there are 2 methods of learning Quran. There's an old method, there's a new method. The old method of learning Quran was through memorization. Most people, when they learn in Quran, they learn Quran using an old method. There's nothing wrong with the old method, but it makes you dependent on a teacher and on your memory. Once you memorize something, you have to keep revising it, or else you will forget it. You can only access pages of Quran that you memorize. On the other hand, the new method of learning the Quran is mastering skills that will enable you to open any page of the Quran and recite it without the help of the teacher. Wouldn't it be awesome if you can master something that will enable you to open any page of the Quran and recite it? How can I do that? By mastering 3 things. And I call this my unique visual method. For you to read anything in the Quran fluently, you must master reading. For you to read anything in the Quran accurately, you must know how to spell it. If you do this in a right order, you will know how to spell any word in the Quran, then you can read any word in the Quran, then you'll be able to recite any word in the Quran. Let me tell you this big fat secret. Most words in the Quran are repetitive. You don't have to learn the entire Quran. You just have to learn a small portion of Quran, which means you don't have to learn 604 pages of Quran. The reason this method is so effective because you're learning skills and applying them. You're not just memorizing. You see how when you look for the right thing, you end up doing the right thing. I know for a fact that 99% of people who click this video will never watch it till the end. If you're still watching this video and you reach this far, congratulations. You're among the 1% who want to think and look and do the right thing. From the 1% who's still watching this video, only 0.01% of them are actually going to do something about it. Look, I'm not going to stop you from going back to doing the same thing you were doing before. I only work with people who want things to be more efficient. Look, I only work with people who want things to be efficient, effective, and instead of doing the same thing again and again and again, they just want to master a method. Instead of achieving something in 12 years, they want to do it in just 6 months. I have a waiting list at the moment, but if you feel yourself ready to take an action, I'll leave a link below. Message me on WhatsApp, word ready. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions and let's see, maybe we can work together. And by the way, when I work with people, I work on different phases. I have a quick test for you that will show you what phase are you on at the moment. Make sure you check it out later.